Kneeling lunge on the reformer. Stretches the hamstring, bit of the calf, a little bit of a spine stretch there, not much. It's mainly hamstring stretch, hip flexor stretch. And a little bit of a reach down to the latissimus dorsi as well. So, kneel down and we'll start. Can you do the other side? Just for the, okay, so first of all, your feet are against the shoulder rest, or one foot is. Let's step with your left one and have it so it's in line with your pelvis is squared onto the front, your shoulders squared onto the front. That foot, or the second toe, is roughly in line with your knee, which is in line with your sit bone. In other words, the foot isn't over here somewhere, it's not right out there somewhere. Thighs, belly and boobs, for some people can get in the way of this one, as can ratio of arm length, torso length, leg length, shin length can all play a part. Some people, this is just not doable. Now, this is meant as equally focus on just as much as a hamstring stretch as it is a hip flexor. You don't overly focus on one or the other in an ideal world. In the real world, you end up one will restrict, which will be Tabby's hamstrings usually, because it's really short hamstring, yes? Okay, so ideally, in theory, what you're going to do is focus equally on the hamstring stretch as you are the hip flexor stretch. And away you go. So you just push the carriage away, try and straighten that leg as you try and send that knee back. Now, realistically, as you can see with Tabby, it's a good illustration, the hamstrings are overly dominating. It's not too problematic, but it's problematic on the hamstrings. And again, you can do movements, as with a lot of Pilates moves, as in you're moving in and out of it, or you can hold it out there. Go on, just hold it for a couple of seconds. I usually hold it for longer, about 20 seconds, and then bring it back in. And obviously you do both sides. Do you want to do both sides? Another one the other side? You're keen and eager, aren't you? I've got really bad news for you in a minute. That's just one position with the footrest up there. We've got two other positions to do. And bring it in. Now what you're looking for as an instructor is also what the back is doing. You sometimes see when they're tighter, the pelvis will shift out to the side. Biggest one is, are they stretching that or straightening it as much as they can? Are they sending the other knee back as far back as you can? Just lower the foot down, and just to really finish you off for the day. Then take it lower. It targets it differently. Just do one on each one. Can you do? You okay with that one? Yeah. I know you had a long day. So if someone's particularly interested in doing the split, especially the front split, this is it. Hurdlers, certain sports, it's far more applicable. That's it, just do one. I only want to do one. Okay, maybe do one on the other side. So, hamstring stretch this side, hip flexor stretch that side. Let's really torture on the very last one, the very last exercise of the day. There you go. Whichever leg you want to do, just do one. So with that position, there's no right or wrong. It targets it differently. It just gets the hamstrings and the back and the hip flexors differently when you alter the angle of the footrest. Any questions on that one?
No.
No? It's a very good one. I like it. It is one that I do myself. Because it's, I've focused on, yes, the hamstrings and hip flexors. That's the main one of it. But I don't neglect the arms as well, as in the back and the shoulder. A good stretch on there, that part of it, especially the latissimus dorsi. And yeah, I'll keep it basic. I was going to mention knee positions. If you want to bring TFL into it, you bring your knee across slightly. But any questions on the kneeling lunge?
No.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Kills a couple of birds with one stone, which is what I like.
I can feel that.
Right. That's us on the musts. Yay! Anyone